So this presentation is about mental health and the coronavirus, since it's the only thing I can think about right now. And thank you, Yulia, for generously giving me $100,000 to complete this art project. So I have mental health issues, and so does my family, but also does 46 million Americans. That's 1 in 5 adults. And the shelter in place has worsened my mental health. A common symptom in worry and panic is dissociation, which is the feeling of being separated from yourself or others. And surveys show that Americans of major demographics have had worse symptoms because of this. The Kaiser Family Foundation poll shows essentially that these symptoms have doubled in every major category. And the government's official guidelines of how to deal with the increased stress and anxiety during this pandemic are very basic. It's good advice, exercise regularly, but it's not anything additional that would actually be effective here. And one of the biggest parts is just trying to stay connected while also participating in social distancing. Dissociation in a time of social distancing makes it harder than ever to reach out and ask for help. This has really resonated with me, as I found it hard to keep in touch with my closest friends. And so my solution as an artist with $100,000 is to subscribe to a year of this survey website to target the congressional districts with shelter-in-place mandates. It's a variable price because it's uncertain the number of surveys actually to be filled out. It'd be 17 questions about mental health symptoms, coping methods, and personal information. A $5 reward for genuine survey responses as an incentive, variable depending on the number of surveys completed, and a follow-up surprise gift to reflect their coping method for all the genuine surveys. Also, a variable price depending on how many people complete it. The first step is finding which survey platform to use, considering what methods of targeting, pricing, like Google surveys has the price based off of how many questions, and then also screening questions so that questions that may be more applicable will pop up. The platform I've decided to use is Pollfish, as it allows for dynamic flow of screening. The price is based off of their service and not per question. It allows targeting by congressional district and also prioritizes the survey ads for my targeted audience. And the most important thing is that they monitor the responses for fraudulent surveys so that I won't be bogged down by all the fake people trying to get $5. For the follow-up gifts, I was considering that how successful coping methods vary per person. An example is how diet and exercise are easier to maintain for some people while color therapy works better for others. The gifts are meant to be representations of coping methods and not necessarily actual resources for coping, like how diet-focused people will receive like a food plushie and not actual food. Because my goal is to curb the loneliness by providing a lasting companion that matches the preferred coping method. Here are examples of what that might look like a yoga mat for people that like yoga, or religious iconography, food plushies, these colored tinted glasses, something physical that people can hold on to. So my budgeting is for the surveys, the rewards, and the gifts, all variable depending on how many are completed. So $50,000 to $100,000, and any money left over going to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. The goal is just to provide a friend for everyone's loneliness. Thank you.